in the template. We've just wrapped up using the Pathfinder in the upper right box, and we've moved to the lower left box here. I'm in Illustrator, and I've centered myself on this box, so that's what I can pay attention to. And we're ready to go. This arrow is a repeated pattern using a smaller version of this arrow from our first box. So I'm going to copy that, edit, copy, edit, paste. I happen to know that these arrows here are exactly a quarter of the size of the original, so I'm going to go over here on the left and select my scale tool. If you see the shear tool or the reshape tool, you can just hold down on that button and select the scale tool. I'm actually going to double click on the scale tool so that I can tell it exactly. I want it to be uniform, so we're not stretching it one way or the other. 25%, okay. I've gone back up here to select my selection tool, and I'm clicking, holding, and dragging this into place. Great, one arrow. It would take a heck of a long time to do the entire thing and to have it precise. So I'm going to show you special tricks. One is called the duplicate tool, or the duplicate, I don't know if it's a tool, but it's duplicate, and the step and repeat function. So to duplicate, I'm selecting this, and I'm holding down my option button, and you can see I'm not holding my mouse button right now. I'm not holding my mouse button down. I'm just holding option, and then I'm going to hold down my shift key at the same time. Oops, I'm wrong about that. Okay, so we're going to start over. We have our selection tool. We're hovering over our arrow, holding down my option tool. When I start to move it, I notice I can move it anywhere, but I want it to move straight across. So when I hold down my shift key at the same time after I've started to drag it, it locks it into place. Great, now I'm going to let go of everything. Oops, it didn't copy. That means I must not have done everything at the same time. So I'm going to go back up and hit undo move, and I'm going to try again. First, I'm clicking on my object to select it. I'm not holding my mouse button down, but I'm hovering over it and I'm clicking my option tool. Now I'm holding my mouse button down to drag it while my option button is still down, and then I'm going to hold my shift button to make sure it's locking into place. But those green lines in the intersect that pops up means that I am straight across. So then I can release everything. There. The next is the step and repeat function, and that means Illustrator will duplicate exactly what I just did as many times as I want, as long as I don't do anything in between the last step and what I want it to do again. The way I'm going to do that is a shortcut. I haven't done anything else after releasing that new arrow button, and now I'm going to hold down my Command key and D, and then I released it. And I'm going to do that again. Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D. Great, I have a whole row. Now I'm happy with that row, so I'm going to select all those arrows. Oops, it selected my box too, so I'm going to hold down my shift key to unselect the box, deselect the box. I want to group that because that's a great perfect row and I don't want to mess that up. So object, group. Okay, now I'm going to use the same function I just showed you a second ago, which is the duplicate. So that means I have my group selected, I'm holding down my option key, I'm clicking and I'm dragging it down, and then I'm holding my shift key down, adding my shift key so that it's straight down from there. Great. We're going to use a similar function that we learned up in this first box, which is the reflect tool. Reflect. I'm holding down shift, dragging to the right so that my arrows face the other way. Great. I'm going to select both of these rows at the same time, and now I'm using my duplicate function one more time. Hold down my option, key, click, and drag this down. Hold my shift key if I need it to lock into place, and release. And now I can use my step and repeat function one more time. That's Command D, Command D, Command D. If I want to make sure that all my rows are equidistant apart, I can select everything, deselect my box, and I can go up here to the top here, vertical distribute center. That's not what we want. We want everything to be, but that is what we want. And there everything is equal, each row is equidistant apart. If you want it to be like the template, go ahead and hit undo and you're back to what my template is. One more video left to show you how to use the rotate copy function.